welcome to your general tarot reading for this time frame, and of course any other time that you're guided to watch, as the intention of my messages is always to be timeless. This reading is for all Taurus placements, but if for some reason this reading doesn't resonate for you, please don't forget to check out your other placements. And also keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything will resonate, so please only take what does and leave what doesn't. And if you ever want to get a reading with me, all of my information is in the description box below. You can book a reading straight through my Etsy shop. But without further ado, let's get started on your reading. So first, I did want to say that I miss you guys, but I'm back and I'm hoping to be back and consistent. So let's go ahead and get started and see where your energy is currently at using the Sufi Wisdom Oracle. Nice, you guys got two cards. Bottom of the deck is Return to Joy. We are here to experience joy. So you may have been in quite a rut, depression perhaps, or just you feel that, there's not really much happiness happening in your life right now. So I do feel like recently you've been trying to see the glass half full instead of empty, and you're noticing that we're meant to enjoy this life. We're not meant to always suffer. And although sufferings will happen, that is just the balance of life, right? With dark and light. With the darkness and the light, there is that balance. We have to have both in this lifetime. But I feel like you're understanding that you can also have joy at the same time. Okay, and then we have Drunk with Love. Let love lift you to freedom and open mind. Replace the old cycle with a new and exciting one. Yeah, exactly. It's like you've been kind of stuck in this merry-go-round of the same old story, the same old script in your life, where you feel like you're always getting the short end of the stick, for example, and you feel that you're not having happiness and joy. Maybe there's been an absence of love in your life, but I feel with Drunk with Love, there may be romance coming into your life if it hasn't already. And also just self-love, of course, pay more attention to what you need and deserve in this life so that you can have this fulfilling love that will eventually lead you to freedom. Because I do feel like with Return to Joy, you may have been stuck in a mindset that kept you feeling like you were focusing more on the negative instead of the positive. And with Open Mind here, yeah, exactly. It's time to have an open mind about looking at things from a different perspective instead of being stuck on the same old cycle of depression or just negative thinking. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the tarot and see what else is going to come forward for you guys. I'm going to still keep these so we can refer back to them as we go. All right, so as always, we're going to see what's at your center, what's crossing you, what's crowning you, what's rooting you, your recent past, and what you need to know. So at your center, we have the Three of Wands with the 10 of Coins. Crowning that is the Four of Wands. Rooting this is the High Priestess. Recent past is the Three of Cups. What you need to know is the King of Wands. Nice. Bottom of the deck is Judgment. Okay, yeah. I feel like you have been going through some type of judgment, right? Spiritual awakening of sorts. Truth, revelation, seeing things for the first time. Getting honest with yourself about certain situations. The Devil. Yeah, with, again, those like negative thinking patterns, old mindsets, codependent behaviors, addictions, and it feels like with Judgment, you're calling yourself out, you're making yourself more aware of these tendencies so that you can be better about it, so you can be more self-aware about it. So I do feel like with the Devil down here, it's like you were stuck in some type of negative cycle, but you're realizing that you have the choice to make things different in your life, regardless of the circumstances you find yourself in. You could have had like an aha moment, some type of epiphany of sorts that is helping you see things differently for the first time. Especially with this open mind, is like you had some sort of epiphany that opened your mind. Okay, maybe you realized that in order to get over this devilish energy, it's to allow love into your life, to love yourself more, and to not nitpick yourself, scrutinize yourself over the things in the past, believe them in the past, and move forward. Okay, so this is a beautiful energy that we're starting off with. So at your center, we have the Three of Wands. So yeah, I feel that you're yearning, you're yearning for a new future, something better. You're wanting more for yourself. And with the 10 of coins crossing this, you know, this looks like family here. So I do feel like family may have been holding you back in some way, some sort of limitations placed on family. And if it's not so much family, it's definitely just your idea of stability, your idea of a career, your idea of what you consider success. I feel that you're understanding that there's different ways to measure success, for example. And if it is family, I feel like you are stepping out of the attachments of family, because sometimes family can definitely be our limitations. Okay, usually our family, our soul family, they're meant to teach us, they're meant to trigger us. Sometimes that's why certain families don't get along, others do, of course, but we each have our own different paths. But for you guys specifically, with the 10 of coins crossing this and the family image here, it does feel like you've been wanting to step away from family, you've been wanting to do your own thing. Maybe you were the breadwinner and you've had so much responsibility to be there for everyone, regardless of age, regardless if you're a parent, doesn't matter. I feel like you've taken on the burden to be there for everyone. And for the first time in your life with 3 of Wands, you're wanting to do things for yourself. You're wanting to step out of this frame and be independent. And it's scary, but it's also exciting. And I feel like that's part of the open mind here. It's like that's the old cycle. Maybe the old cycle is you doing things for others, and this new exciting cycle is you putting yourself first. Counting this, we have the 4 of Wands. So yeah, I feel like some of you may be meeting someone or maybe getting into a relationship with someone that is ultimately going to set you apart from your family. Again, not in a bad way, just kind of in a way that's going to make you see that you can decide to do things for yourself, that you don't always have to make decisions based on your family's expectations or the guilt of what family's going to think. I feel like with the 4 of Wands, you may marry into a new family that's going to ultimately get you out of this old cycle as well. Okay, and if it's not so much that, it's definitely your home life, how you consider a home. I feel that you're trying to manifest a partner or just energies in general that are going to serve you well. And, you know, again, not bending over backwards to put other people before you, but doing what you love. If that means going after a relationship that, for example, your family would not support, that means you doing it regardless. Okay, so take that as it resonates for you. And then rooting this, we have the High Priestess. I get a very independent energy with this High Priestess. It's like you're different. You could feel like the black sheep in your family. You could be the High Priestess in your family, regardless of gender. You know, just kind of like the more intuitive, psychic one. And that could also be something that's forcing you to step outside of this 10 of coins, of this family, of these expectations that you've set on yourself, because there's something else pulling you in a different direction now. With open mind, right? You're tapping into this new and exciting cycle because you're following your intuition, you're following your heart, and you're allowing love to enter your life. And I feel like I was getting this like romantic energy with the Drunk with Love. So for some of you, I do feel like you've met someone that is sort of the catalyst for you to ask more in your life, for you to not feel that you have to bend over backwards for other people, but rather put yourself first. Okay, recent past, we have the 3 of Cups. So there could be some type of community celebration that you recently experienced. I feel that you've been starting to tap more into what makes you happy, doing things that are more fun for you. You could have recently met friends that are also inspiring you to step into your to step out of your comfort zone, and they could be the inspiration that kind of started it all. Okay, you may have met this romantic person via friends too, like out at a bar or something, or just like out at a social gathering. But I do feel like with this 3 of Cups in the recent past, you've been starting to put yourself first. You've been starting to do things that you enjoy and yearning for more, because something happened where you had fun and you realized, wait, I want more than that. I want more of that. What you need to know is the King of Wands. Yeah, this is your time to just go full forward, step into your power, step into that masculine energy to get the things that you want in life. If you've been in your feminine energy for too long, this is definitely a message to start tapping into that masculine energy to get what you want out of life and to not let life pass you by any longer, and to just follow your passions, your inhibitions. You know, if you've been a little bit more on the safe side, this is definitely a message to be a little bit more impulsive, to just go for it, follow your passions. Don't think too much about it, just do it. Okay, so Let's see what else we're going to get. We're going to pull one card. We're going to pull one more card for each card. So let's see what else we can get for the Three of Wands. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you've recently set some boundaries when it comes to family. Crossing that is the Page of Swords. Yeah, the World. See, for some of you, it's a relationship, I feel. Rooting this is the Three of Swords, recent past, Eight of Wands. What you need to know, Page of Coins. Bottom of the deck is Ace of Cups. Yeah, this is what I feel like. There's new love entering your life, or it has already, that is sort of sparking this passion in you to live life differently. Okay, for others of you, I also feel that if it is a relationship, even someone that you're considering marrying, I feel like your family doesn't really support them, or there's some issue of the family, whether it's your partner's family or your family, but there's definitely an issue here with the Ten of Coins crossing that and the Page of Swords. It's like a lot of people are being naysayers. A lot of people are inputting their opinions, their thoughts on the situation, and it's upsetting you. And I feel like that's what's making you want to step into your own zone here and get out of this familiar zone, because we have the Queen of Swords with the Three of Wands. So I feel like you've had to set some boundaries. You've had to tell people off and get really serious with them and tell them harshful truths, but it needed to be said. I feel like your family may not accept a certain truth that you're trying to tell them. It's like maybe they're offended by the things you're saying with the Page of Swords here. It's like you're trying to have a conversation with them, but they won't hear you and you're getting frustrated about it. So take that as it resonates for you, but I do feel like you've had to lay down the law, and they're not having a good time with you laying down the law because they have like a negative perception of this. I think it's just their fears and worries. It's obviously not the truth. It's like their own illusions about this situation. They're, you know, I feel like family can be overprotective, and that's kind of the energy I'm getting here. It's like they just don't want to see you get hurt, especially if this person is like of a different culture, which I definitely feel with the imagery here, because they're like different skin colors, and the world always speaks of cultural differences as well. So I do feel that for a lot of you, it's like you're getting married to someone who is of a different background, and your family is like having a lot of input and opinion about it. It's like they're wanting to give you their 2 cents, but it's not helping, to the point where you kind of just had to separate yourself and do your own thing. And again, it doesn't have to be a marriage, but it's definitely like a relationship of some kind that they have a lot of opinions about, and you're getting really fed up that you ultimately had to be like, you know what, this is my life. I decide what I get to do. You guys can either support me or not, but I'm going to make these decisions regardless. So you had to step into that Queen of Swords energy for them to listen to you, but they still had a difficult time with it. And with the Ace of Cups, I'm kind of getting like Cupid energy. It's like you weren't expecting to fall in love with this person. It just happened. We have the Sun, so this could have been a summer romance that is now leading into something more. Okay, so crowning this, like I said, we have the World with the Four of Wands. So again, the cultural differences could be there. You may need to move across the globe for this person, and if it's not so much that like long distance, I do feel like you're going to have to relearn a new culture, but you're really excited about it. I feel like opposites attracted you guys here. It's like you may be very similar, have a lot of common in, but there's also this energy of being very different about your upbringing that sort of attracted you to one another. Because I feel like you may come from like a very traditional background, for example, and that's why your family has a lot of opinions, because, you know, you may be going against tradition, but at the same time you were wanting something different, something out of the norm, because you wanted something more spicy, more interesting. You didn't want to do what your parents did. You wanted to go down your own path. I hope that noise is not too loud. It's the upstairs neighbors vacuuming. So Three of Swords, reading this with the High Priestess. Yeah, it's almost like you had to see for yourself that your family wasn't going to be supportive, that they weren't going to, you know, give you their good graces right away, because something about that helped you tap into your intuitive power, tap into your abilities to see, okay, you know what, if I'm not going to have my family support, it's not going to stop me from doing what I want to do. In fact, it's going to push me more and give me courage to do things differently. Okay, so like I was saying, I was kind of getting like a black sheep energy with the high priestess. It's like you're the different one in the family. And yes, it hurts, but at the same time, you realize that that's what makes you different and that's what makes you special. Okay, yeah, going back to drunk with love and open mind, I feel like your family is also the ones that need to have an open mind, or the naysayers, the people that have the negative opinions, they're the ones that need to have an open mind, right? Because replace the old cycle with the new and exciting one. The old cycle could be traditions, like, yes, traditions should be respected, but also they shouldn't get in the way of love, of true love. And I feel like drunk with love, let love lift you to freedom. It's almost like this relationship, when it comes into your life, it's going to help you find that freedom within yourself. And it's not a codependent energy that I feel whatsoever. In fact, I feel like it's the opposite. I feel like through this loving relationship with this person, you're going to find more independence in yourself, because maybe they grew up very independent, that you're inspired by that, and they also encourage that. So it's a beautiful energy that I'm getting. And with the Three of Swords, it does hurt, though, that you're going to have to, like hurt your family or break up with your family, for example. But at the end of the day, you're trusting your heart, you're trusting your intuition that this is what's best for you and that no one can take this away from you. Recent past is the Three of Cups, Eight of Wands. Yeah, I kind of feel like you've met this person when you were out traveling with the Eight of Wands and the Three of Cups. Like you could have been like hanging out with friends and this person just like came up to you and made a move. This person was really direct. They could be a fire sign, but they were just really direct, and the conversation started off very quickly. You guys hit it off really well. You guys started off as friends, but you couldn't help that the energy moved really fast too. It's like you hit it off as friends really well. Now you just kind of went with the flow, and the flow led you to something that moved very fast eventually. But I think you enjoyed it. It was very exciting. It was very fun. And with drunk with love, it's like it happened really fast to the point that, yeah, you became drunk with love. You couldn't really hold back anymore. Maybe for a certain period, you were trying to hold back your feelings because you felt like it wasn't rational. You weren't thinking logically about the situation, but overall you just went for it, and you saw that ultimately it led you to happiness and that it felt genuine, it felt good, right? And especially after a period of not living in joy, I feel like this connection also made you realize that there is joy in life. Like, because I feel like if you were, spending a lot of time on family's expectations, living up to their standards for a certain period of time, you realize, I'm not enjoying myself doing that, and I don't feel that that's the way to live life. So then, it's like you went out somewhere, you went on a trip somewhere, and then someone came into your life that made you realize that life is worth living. It's not worth giving family your energy, for example. Yes, you can love family and respect family, but you shouldn't have to waste your own life just to meet their needs. And I feel like something within you made you realize that, and that could have been that aha moment, that epiphany that you saw with the Judgment card. Okay, so what you need to know is Page of Coins with the King of Wands. Yeah, with the King of Wands, again, it's like I said, it's time to just go after what you want. It's time to live differently. It's time to do things out of the norm, get out of your comfort zone. And with the Page of Coins, I like this because I do feel like there's this nice balance here of the hot, passionate energy of the King of Wands. With the Page of Coins, it's a little bit more grounded. So of course, make smart moves, make smart choices, but also don't allow yourself to let fear consume you and not do what you love. With the Page of Coins, I feel like you're going to have to get used to being in this King of Wands energy, like getting used to just doing the things that you love. It may take some time and patience for you to not feel guilty about it. For example, like just learning and growing from the fact that you're willing to step out of your comfort zone. And I also feel like the King of Wands is this person that came into your life just very suddenly. And I feel like you're coming through as the Page of Coins. Like you could have been very much like timid in nature. The Page of Coins would be you more like respecting family, doing what you think you should be doing. But then this King of Wands came into your life and made you realize that life is worth living. It's not meant to be, it's not meant to be living under other people's expectations and doing what you think you should be doing, but rather just doing what you feel is right in your heart and soul. So I do feel like this person inspired you to step out of that comfort zone, and it's going really well for you. All right, Taurus, so that is what I have for you with the tarot. Let's go ahead and get into your oracles. So I will be pulling from the Tree Transformation Oracle, and this is a deck that was made here locally in Oregon. So I'm excited to share it with you guys. Alignment with vision. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm feeling here. And then bottom of the deck is stand in your own authority, which I feel like that's what you needed to do. That was that Queen of Swords energy. Okay, so you have the walnut tree. Meeting walnut, you experience a powerful and immediate alignment of energies, a straightening uprightness. You are asking for clarity and direction with action to follow, and walnut will answer your call. This is a direct response to your soul urge. Walnut is experienced as an intelligent, powerful tree associated with strategy and inspiration. It works especially with the 6th and 2nd chakras and aligns and recenters the chakras between. This is a very purposeful, energetic straightening. The 6th chakra is the portal to your knowing and vision, while the 2nd chakra is the doorway to your sexuality and creativity, and the lower dantian or gut energy and power. Walnut holds your vibration and offers both physical and energetic alignment and heightened awareness. It opens visionary powers, the ability to get out of your own way and to see clearly comes from connecting with the walnut. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that's this high priestess energy, right? Because the 6th chakra is the 3rd eye. So I feel like you've been trusting your intuition more. The 2nd chakra would be the sacral chakra, which is the sexuality and creativity. So I feel like your 3rd eye needed activation for you to see things differently, to see your life differently. And then the sacral chakra was probably activated by this King of Wands person that made you get more into that gut energy and power to make those decisions that you wanted to live your life a certain way. So this is beautiful. So let's go ahead and get your final cards here. This will be from the Lenormand deck. And I apologize for the music being loud. The door was closed, but my cat opened it. Okay, so we have what looks like 4-leaf clover, and then looks like a mask of some kind. So I will be reading from the guidebook as I am still studying this deck. So let's see what your message is for clover. I bring you luck and happiness. I make things better, and as long as there isn't a negative card after me, I will turn difficulties to opportunities. I am the nice surprise and the happy sighs. This card depicts an explosive reverie of clover. 3- and 4-leaf clover bearing white flowers are set against the backdrop of an idyllic day. All is vibrant, green, fertile, and promising growth and luck. The white of the flower symbolizes the purity of luck. Where this card is placed, all is well. When taken in the context of flower language, the white of the flower is known to be a symbol too of remembrance. The card can mean think of me from someone afar. The 3-leaf clover is commonly known by the Irish as a shamrock and is associated with luck. Since the 4-leaf clover is less prevalent, the act of finding one naturally in the wild is considered very lucky. The clover is also known to have associations with love, passion, and abandonment. Medieval poetry was full of passionate trysts between young lovers and fields of clover. So here we also have the state of being lucky in love. However, if the clover card lies next to the scythe card, expect the love of love to be short-lived. Yeah, exactly. I feel like luck has been on your side, Taurus. That may have been when you met this person very serendipitously, and it seems like things are just going really well for you right now. So definitely take advantage of this energy. Don't hold back and just live your life in the way that you think you should. All right, Taurus, so that is what I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell button so you receive notifications when I post again. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in your next reading. Bye.